Hey guys, it's December and time for the obligatory Christmas episode that everyone loves to hate but secretly loves as a guilty pleasure. It feels like the Christmas season starts earlier and earlier each year. I mean, I saw mince pies at the supermarkets way back in August, and that's just simply ridiculous. So the one benefit of online shopping is that I have managed to avoid the retail shops on the high street, sidestepping being exposed too early, and I haven't managed to hear a single Christmas song yet. Woohoo! Anyway, let's crack on with this video. As you can see, I dove into my stash of materials and grabbed a few supplies, including the beads and sequins. I knew I definitely wanted to make a beaded one, so I picked a few colours. I think I only did one beaded one in the end, but these are so addictive to make, I'll probably make more next year. I also picked up a few sequins in my favourite colours, because what's a shiny bauble if it can't tempt a magpie? I do have a lot of supplies, as you can see, and I didn't want to overwhelm myself with too many choices. So I decided to stare at my stash and stare at all the embellishments and everything that I had to try and make a choice. Admittedly, when I saw the white next to the red, I immediately thought of a Pokeball. So that might end up showing up at some point. I also picked up some of these styrofoam balls, which will be used as the bases for the baubles. You can get these on Amazon or any craft supply store that is available to you. These are roughly about 6 centimeters, but I measured it and it was closer to 5.5. After staring at my embellishment beads for quite a while, I would say probably about 5 hours to try and make a decision, I ended up with the green and gold beads that I acquired, I think, about 10 years ago from a random bead shop that I can't even remember the name of, but it's this beautiful green with gold running through, and that made my decision to choose the green and gold sequins. You will see the beads I'm talking about later on in the finished product, but I'll just pop up a picture of it so you can see it. I also used the DMC yarn in matching colours, and of course all the materials will be listed in the description box below. Now, I also have this sparkle DMC yarn which can be used. It's a beautiful yarn, it's absolutely stunning. It's slightly scratchy and difficult to work with, but it really doesn't need anything else to go with it. It stands alone and would be absolutely amazing. I worked on this off camera, but you will see at the end. Now, to keep things moving swiftly on, I strung most of the beads and sequins off camera. Here you can see me taking the gold sequins and the green sequins, mixing them up and using the beading needle to string them onto my yarn. There really isn't much to explain here. I just used the beading needle to do this, and I did it off camera because it really is the most tedious part of the project. With everything prepped, I just crocheted a round shape to cover my foam ball. I did the first 2 rounds without any sequins, just so that later on the end caps will be able to nestle in without the sequins getting in the way. It's probably simpler just to let you watch the video, so I'm just gonna keep quiet for a while now. So when I was finished, I cut off my yarn after the last round and pulled the yarn through. I then used my tapestry needle to go through each of the front loops of that last round to cinch it closed, and also created a knot and wove in that tail end. I trimmed off the excess thread and prepared my embellishments. I have here some end caps, head pins, jump rings and some statement beads. Unfortunately, I didn't have any eye pins, but I just figured I could just cut the heads off the head pins and then I can turn them into eye pins. Reuse, reclaim, recycle, am I right? Anyway, I found a good solution and I didn't have to buy extra eye pins. The embellishments are all, of course, personal choices, so you can pick absolutely anything you wish. But I also think leaving them plain with just the end caps also works well. Now, you can use an awl to create the pilot hole for the head pins to go through, but the foam is quite soft and it really isn't needed. Plus, if the hole is too big, the head pin could just fall out. Using some strong glue, I then glued the eye pins and the end caps to both ends of the ball, so the top and the bottom. At one point in this project, I was going to use head pins for the top of the bauble, but then I quickly scrapped the idea because I realized I needed a point on which to hang the baubles from. So in the end, I decided to use eye pins on both ends. So the last thing I did was to arrange my beads in a way I thought would look the most aesthetically pleasing. There was absolutely no rhyme or reason to this, I just chose what I thought looked best. And with that, we're nearly at the end of this project. I love these so much. They make great additions to any Christmas tree, great presents, and the amount of customization is honestly off the charts. They are also incredibly durable and won't break, so they will last forever. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and even consider subscribing if you like the content I create. Don't forget to hit that bell button to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So whether you've already decorated your tree, about to decorate your tree, or not thinking of having a tree this year, oh, you will get no judgment from me. Enjoy the beauty shots. See you in the next one. Bye.